Am I the butthole for not giving my neighbor's youngest daughter my garage code? My female, 82, neighbor, female, 44, has 4 kids. 3 girls and a boy. There's Amelia and Emma, female, 17, Henry, 15M, and Erica, female, 14. Amelia and Emma are posting this for me. They moved here just before Erica was born, and I used to help their mom with the twins while she took care of the babies. Both my sons are child-free, and I consider these kids my grandkids. Amelia, Emma, and Henry are amazing kids. They come over to help with chores, cook with me, and are very well behaved. Erica, however, is a nightmare. Even her mom admits to not being able to control her. She and I were never close, and she used to only come to my house when I'd invite the family over for dinner. Then I got my dog, Bentley. Erica fell in love with him and would ask to come see him every day. I allowed her to come when I was home for a while, but she started ignoring my instructions with him, so I started making excuses as to why she couldn't come over. Henry and the twins were still here for hours every day. When the twins turned 13, I gave them the code to my garage, so they could come over whenever they wanted. I gave Henry the code when he was around 12. All the kids kept it a secret from Erica because they viewed my house as an escape from her. Erica saw Henry use the code yesterday and asked me to give her the code, so she can play with Bentley. I told her I don't want her to come over without her dad, the only person who can control her, because of her behavior. According to the twins, she's been throwing tantrums non-stop since. Their mom is asking me to give her the code or a house key to get her to calm down, and was very upset when I said no, so I wanted to see if I was the butthole. Edit. Added the neighbor's age to avoid confusion. Edit. Message from Emma and Amelia. Wow, this post blew up overnight. Thank you guys for making us attempt to explain what Reddit awards are to an 82-year-old. Not the butthole. Getting the code to your garage is a privilege the other kids have earned. Through her actions, Erica hasn't earned the same privilege. Shame on mom for asking you to compromise your house to solve her inability to discipline/control her child. Yep, original poster isn't under any obligation to give up her space because the mom can't control her youngest. But can we also take a moment from THR Obvious Not the Butthole to comment on the other 3 kids, 2 of which helped make this post? Absolutely good on them, or helping original poster out in so many ways over the years and not giving into their sisters or mom's tantrum/guilts to give over the code. And helping her make this post was nice to do. You guys probably already know how much you mean to original poster from the sounds of the post, and I can see why. You guys are great. All 3 of you deserve a medal, but all I got is an emoji, so here, one for each of you. Sports medal, sports medal, sports medal. Real MVPs, keep up the good work, and remember, you guys got Ops back, and she has yours. Edit. Thanks for all the awards. 82? That kid is not safe to be near an elderly person who can't handle her. Edit. Thanks for upvotes, I can finally post. I'd say original poster isn't safe in the presence of a tantrum-throwing teenager. No one is. John Cena is. An 82-year-old could have a life-ending fall very easily on their own. Could you imagine how quickly an out-of-control child could cause that? If not, it's just as easy to cause a bone break that someone of that age could never recover from. Not the butthole for that alone. And in a few years, when the out-of-control child becomes an out-of-control adult, who's to say she doesn't let herself in to steal stuff for drug money? I agree with all of these sentiments about the 3 kiddos being fantastic, and more. But I'm here to give serious props to the original poster for stepping up and taking the whole "it takes a village to raise a child" mantra to heart, and waking the walk. Wow, you are an amazing human. I know the 3 kids are now old enough to be able to help you out, and it sounds like you enjoyed taking care of them when they were little babes. But, that's some serious work. That makes the mother treating you like you owe her, regarding Erica's privileges, extra cringe-worthy. There is something very wrong going here for someone of your character being attacked by people who, if anything, owe you big time. At least knowing the first 3 share such an awesome relationship with you is warming my heart. But beware of the mother. I really hope she and Erica get the help they need. Original poster, steer clear, and keep being an entirely exceptional entity. Of course not the butthole, dang. Absolutely. And it isn't too hard to conclude Erica's behavior issues might stem from mom giving into her tantrums. There could also be a neurodivergency going on. Sometimes brattiness is being spoiled, sometimes it is a symptom of something else. That the 3 oldest are great tells me there is a good chance it is a medical thing. The parents clearly did great with the other 3. There could be, but the experience of the youngest child is usually very different than the experience of a first child. It's not implausible that she was just brought up differently due to the number of siblings in her earliest years, the parents' financial stability and job security when she came along, etc. I'm really passionate about acknowledging neurodivergence and providing appropriate accommodation/flexibility, and defaulting to that accessibility even when no diagnosis is present, but I'm also cautious about assuming that anyone who causes problems must be neurodivergent. It introduces an expectation that neurodivergent people are disrespectful or entitled, and in cases where the person is just a spoiled brat, it can lead people to assume all discussion of neurodiversity is just making excuses for bad behavior. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just adding to what you said to say let's keep in mind that while she may have something else going on, neurodiversity is much more than offending the neighbor or being difficult for your parents. And if it is undiagnosed neurodiversity, then she's probably not having tantrums, but experiencing a distressing symptom that she isn't coping within very well. Exactly, not the butthole. And honestly, it's absolutely inconsiderate and selfish of the mother to pressure and guilt original poster, a lovely 82-year-old woman, to allow her uncontrollable daughter free rein into her house because it would stop the current tantrums and make her job as a parent of a problematic child easier at OP's expense and safety. Plus side is your garage code is safe because not only do the twins and Henry love and respect you, but kids with a younger sister like Erica make the best secret keepers. I am posting this for Bentley. Please, if you love me at all, you will not give Erica access to me in your home when no human adult is present to control her. She is exhausting and I'm too polite to say anything else. Not the butthole. May I have an extra biscuit now? Also, please tell Emma, Amelia, and Henry that petting a dog is good for you. I will take all extra cuddles. Love, Bentley. There is scientific evidence that petting a dog is beneficial for both physical and mental health. Especially if the dog is named Bentley. Not the butthole. Your house equals your rules. Her siblings have also already stated that they view your home as a safe haven, an escape from her. Why would you want to take that from them? This is her mother's problem. And you need to tell her that. When she asks again and gets upset when you say no, which will happen, make it clear that her child's behavior is not your problem and that she needs to parent her child rather than just giving in to her demands. Erica is a problem and the evidence here suggests that's because her mother made her one, through consistent bad parenting. The mother getting very upset when another adult in a parental type role is refusing to give in to her spoiled kid's tantrums suggests her normal meter is fully broken and she needs to be supported to come out of that tunnel vision, by her husband, friends, neighbors, but if that fails then she can be stonewalled. Saying no when it's the right thing to do and sticking to it despite tantrums is good, grandparenting. Saying no when it's the right thing to do and then caving into tantrums to get her to calm down is total failure parenting, and leads to exactly this sort of entitled human. It used to be called spoiled, because that's what the parents have done while raising a human, made their offspring unfit for life as a good person, harmed their character by excessive and unreasonable leniency and indulgence. Not the butthole. Mother's TA if she doesn't have an epiphany real soon. Erica's TA for sure, and that's probably her mother's fault. I think it's extremely short-sighted to blame everything on the mom like this. The problematic kid exists in many families and it's rarely the matter of a spoiled child. It's often a neurodivergent child being raised like the rest, which doesn't work. A kid with anxiety, ADHD or an autistic child being overwhelmed by life being told to stop being difficult. The problem is that everyone is seeing them as the problem instead of asking for help. Sometimes one family member controls them with fear, that doesn't actually help in the end though. Exactly. Of course mom is angry when one of her kids is excluded. I'd sooner think she's a bad mom if she didn't get upset after hearing that. We don't really know what caused the kid to be so difficult, but I bet being treated like it's Erica doesn't help anything. Maybe she is neurodivergent and needs help. Maybe all her siblings resent her, and she's acting out because of that. Maybe she's a spoiled brat with issues and a mom who doesn't know how to handle her. Very few kids are buttholes because they are just inherently evil. And very few happy and healthy kids act out like this. The kid needs an evaluation with a child psychologist, not finger pointing at who is most to blame for her. Not the butthole. You are not required to give anyone access to your home that way. Mom wanting you to be giving in and enabling her tantrums. That is not the way to teach kids boundaries and respect for others. She sounds like a very spirited child whose mom is probably at her wits' end trying to figure out how to work better with her. She probably gets too worn out to continue the battle and gives in, thus reinforcing the behavior. That is not your responsibility and not something you have to participate in. Original poster replies. Emma here. My mom never says no to Erica to avoid tantrums. Amelia and I share a glorified closet while she has the biggest room in the house because our mom was tired of her tantrums. Word of advice. Be careful when you use the code. Your sister sounds like the type who would sneak a peek, go in herself, screw something up, get blamed, throw a tantrum, and mom would let it go. Edit, good luck getting out. Just, please remember to check in on your neighbor and Henry fairly often. Sorry to hear this. Glad you have your neighbor/grandma. Erica is pretty old for tantrums this frequently. Has she ever been evaluated for a behavioral or attention disorder? I'm really sorry. Your mom is making her insufferable. She is happy now, but she's going to be a miserable adult, especially when people don't have to give in to her tantrums. Not the butthole. Was glad to hear that part at the end where you told her explicitly that it was due to her behavior, because it's past time to stop making excuses as to why she can't come over. I'd be wary of the mother's response here, might be worth a conversation when everyone has calmed down. She might just give the code to Nightmare Kid in order to make her own life easier. There are a lot of people out there who think that it's easy to take advantage of seniors and therefore do. It's your life, your dog, and your house, and you don't have to give access to any of it, no matter how much of a grandma you are to these people. Original poster replies. The mom doesn't have the code, only Henry and the twins. Thank you for clarifying. A bit awkward since you said the kids are the ones posting for you, but if the mom is giving you a hard time over this, do you think there's zero possibility that she won't pressure the kids to give up that code to their sister? That would be tough for teenagers to stand up to their parents over. Not the butthole, and it's so lovely that the kids come to help you so often, and that you've provided them a safe environment to relax in. You are under no obligation to give Erica the code to your home. She has not earned that right, and she really does sound like a terror to have around. The kids' parents are failing all of those kids, especially Erica. Erica rules the house and she's only 14. She's been taught that she gets her way every single time, and she knows just what to do to get her way. And it's really going to screw her over, in how she treats the people around her and in how she will treat strangers as well. And it's going to affect her even in adulthood, in friendships and relationships because she has gotten away with it so long. I can understand the mother being tired. But, she's going too far now, and she's trying to take advantage of your kindness. This is not okay. Agreed. This is going to backfire on Erica as she gets older. And her siblings are likely to be those kids who move out at 18 and stay gone, and I can't blame them. Original poster replies. Amela here. Emma and I are already looking at apartments. Should be gone in a couple months. Make sure to come back often to visit Bentley and Grandma. And here we see the problem. She's been throwing tantrums non-stop since. Their mom is asking me to give her the code or a house key to get her to calm down and was very upset when I said no. This is why mom can't control her. Erica throws tantrums because that works. This is a parenting problem, not a neighbor problem. Not the butthole. It is your house and you can share the code with whoever you want. Make it a lesson. If her behavior improves, she will get more permissions/rewards. Also, I sure hope that the age of your neighbor is a typo because wow, 82 years old mother with 4 teenage kids? That's a nightmare. I misread that. Original poster is 82 and is to be commended for her help with these kids. Original poster replies, I'm 82. My neighbor is in her 40s. Not the butthole. Getting the code to your house is a privilege, not a right. You have to be extremely cautious about giving it to anyone. The mom is totally wrong in expecting you to do what you are rightfully not comfortable doing. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.